Hello and thank you for joining us here at Free to Become Me channel. If you have not looked at our previous videos, please do so at this time. Also, as usual, we want to thank you and ask you to like, subscribe, and share. Enjoy our videos.
Grand Rising, family. It's another beautiful day in Belize. So we just out on the land, just gave the just gave the property a fresh cut. So I'm gonna turn it around, let you see it. How's everyone doing? It is about 6 o'clock. We got up maybe about 5 something, and we made our way out here about 6. Beautiful, little overcast. And so today, it's always something to do on this property, because when you're talking about almost 2 acres cleared and you only got 2 people pretty much doing everything on the property, it's always something to do. So I've already watered the plants, which of course they're not doing the greatest because we really haven't had a lot of rain. I just started watering them more. And don't get me wrong with the rain now. I do want it to rain. Okay, but I don't want that plague like rain. And what I mean when I say that is that I don't want it to flood everything. So we definitely need some rain. So today what we're going to do, Ronnie is going to be cutting up some trees, because what we're trying to do is fill a lot of the holes on the property, and we're trying to fill them up with any tree limbs or rocks that we already have before they come out and actually fill it. That'll save us some money. And then I'm going to kind of beautify some of our palms by putting some of the rocks that we had left over at the bottom. But this is where we're at. In about a week, probably going to have to cut the grass again. Remember, this is the area that we cleaned up a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week ago. And our fire pit. It's nice. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. Get some little benches close by. Alright, so let's get into it. This is the pile of rocks that we will be using to beautify the land. As you can see, if you remember in previous videos, it was much higher than that. So it's come down a lot. So that's where we're at. And you got to be careful when you're going through these rocks too, because I usually use this just to tap it, make sure there ain't no snakes in there. There's always iguanas in there, but I want to make sure there's no snakes in there. And so this is where I'm at with my first batch of rocks. Got 6 rocks in there, and then I'm gonna put them around the trees, and then we'll see what it looks like. And that's where we're at. Ronnie over there just cutting up some logs and moving them. Like I said, we're trying to put a lot of the limbs and all the logs and any extra rocks we can in these little ditches. So I finished putting the rocks around the palms. The ones towards the front anyway, because the ones towards the back, they still have a bunch of junk around them, so we're gonna have to clean those up first. But I did go ahead and finish the ones in the front. Yeah, so that's the one in the back. That's Ronnie. Say hi to the people, babe.
Deuces.
All right. So this is the Next farm. It's a rock around it. Right. And this is the last one. And these rocks are not light. I picked up most of them. Ronnie did help me with a couple of the big ones, but most of them I picked up. Beautifying the land. Beautifying the land. We trying. One step at a time. It's a lot of work, but somebody has to do it. They be over there doing his little chores. You working hard or hard at working?
I'm working.
Sound like they're doing some work over there. Maybe they're cutting the grass. Alright. This is where we're at. Make sure I talk loud because it is very windy. Yeah, so let's take a walk around the property. Oh man, I almost broke my neck. Look at this big sucker. Oh my God. It looks like his tongue is hanging out. Look at that frog. They're running, spraying the outside of the house and up underneath the house. It must have been down there. Ooh, you see how big that sucker is? Look at that. That's right, that one ain't getting all that daggone wood. Alrighty, so let's get this thing popping. Alright, so we just trimmed up the place. So remember the bird from the last window? He came over here and started knocking on this one. So we had to put another piece of plastic on this one. Boy, I tell you, we've been here 2 years. You would think they would be used to us by now. And then over here, we had to put some plastic up here and cover up the beam because a bird was trying to build a nest. And he was trying to build it in front of the camera. First of all, I don't want a nest on the house. And then I definitely don't want them in front of the camera. So we put that up there. For the first time when we seen him, we saw him building. We took it down. Came back the next day and built again, took it down. Came back the third day. They are very determined. These little birds, they must be horses. So anyway, we finally think we got it together. They came back the other day. They was looking around to see what was going on. Hopefully they figured it out. Keep it moving. So, my plants, my papaya plants. Talk a little bit about the papaya plants. Next time when I do my papaya plants, I will go ahead and plant them in a pot on the porch just to protect them. Because, you know, every environment is different. So what happened, I planted them, they were looking so beautiful. And it looks like a grasshopper or something small broke them off because they weren't that big, but they were sprouting. So, I don't know if they're going to come back. But you know, planting has not been the best for me since I've been out here. But it's all in the Father's hands. And the avocado, the first avocado's not doing well. The black mango's not doing well. One of the avocados is okay. One of the mangoes is okay. The coconut trees are okay. The banana tree is okay. And then the lemongrass. So once we start getting a lot of rain, we'll see, you know, how everything goes. We are about to do a little vacay. So when we get back, we'll see. Come on. Maybe I was doing too much. I don't know. But people be on their own. Well, the Father gonna watch them. So we'll see what happens when we get back. Yeah, living out in the wilderness. It's different. It really is different because you have to learn how to adapt. And if you're not a person that can adapt, life is going to be even harder for you, because as we go through different stages of our life, you have to learn how to adapt. Because if not, I mean, it could drive you nuts. So you definitely, you know, and you really can't take stuff so seriously. Because you know how sometimes, you know, when you're in your 20s, you know, this might get on your nerves, that might get on your nerves. But then when you get in your 40s, it's like, that didn't even matter. So, you know, we gotta just chill out. You know, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the journey. Yeah, but this is not going to be a quick video. I just kind of wanted to show you the property and how we left it. Hopefully, when we get back, it won't be too bad. But there's a guy that actually works this whole area. He'll come out and trim it up for us so it won't get too bad. Because at one time when we were gone, boy, we came back in with snakes and all kind of stuff on this property. So we don't want to come back to that. But we are about to head out. We want to thank you for joining us again on Free to Become Me channel. And we want to ask you to please go ahead and like. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know what you would be interested in, what you would like to see. You know, ask us anything. Now, of course, don't ask us anything. Now, if you want to ask us anything, you might get an answer, you might not. But you can always send us an email, because you can't just say anything on other people's platforms. So you got to remember that, people. You know, keep it nice till you get your platform. You got to keep it nice. But if you want to know something that should not be asked on YouTube's platform, please send us an email. Because if you put it in the comments, we may not respond. Because like I said, we got to keep it nice. But we want to thank you again and enjoy your day.
We want to thank you for joining us, and I want to give a special shout out to all of our supporters. Really thank you guys for taking the time out and watching our videos. And as usual, we ask that you share, like, and subscribe if you haven't done so, and hit that notification bell. Thank you and have a blessed day.